I have here Aston Villa fan Matthew,
Hello.
and I have Blues fan Stevie. Say hello,
Hello,
Stevie.
welcome. Here we go. This is
But
action time.
before we get into the good stuff, I just want to briefly talk about the weekend and how you think both of your seasons are going.
Okay.
So we'll start with Villa,
Alright.
1-1, drew one, lost four.
Save best till last.
How do you feel about the season so far, Matthew? Since we last spoke.
After so much promise from the signings we've made, I think it's sort of fallen a bit flat. We made some promising signings, and everyone thought we'd be the dark horses. Obviously, we won't win the title, obviously, but I thought we'd do better than we would. But you got to think, with the amount of signings we've made, it's probably going to take a month or two for them to gel.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is going to be us for the season down and out already. But give it a month, maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. You got to take into account the international break sort of hampered the plans a bit. But I think in say 2 or 3 weeks you'll start to see the squad gelling properly and coming together. But at the moment it just hasn't been good enough. But you can sort of make concessions for it not doing so well. So you could say.
I think the last two results really stand out. I think Sherwood looked gutted by what happened against Leicester last week, and I think the key to survival, you got to be beating teams like Leicester and West Brom at home, like Berahino just coming out of nowhere and scoring. I thought he was never going to play for West Brom again.
Tyvo. If Berahino's scoring against him and he's saying he's never going to play against him, he's wrong. Something's not right.
Stevie called this, but obviously we're 6 games in, so I read an interesting stat that is 71 points from 73 home games in the Premier League for Aston Villa since December 2011. It's pretty crazy.
It's not that great, is it? To be quite honest, is it, Stavros? I mean,
It's not quite great. I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Blues is around the same as well. Thanks to Mr. Lee Clark, as we know, with his magician axe. He totally brought 10 years worth of stats down to 1 year because the guy was absolutely useless. I ain't going to lie.
But the times have changed. Like, Blues have had a decent start. 3 wins, 3 draws, 1 loss.
Getting a point away from home at Ipswich, I'm extremely happy with that one. Bit of a disappointment to lose against midweek to Forest.
Yeah.
Thought we could have beat them as well, but they're looking decent, to be fair. But, we are scoring goals as well. Clayton Donaldson scored quite a couple. He got a hat-trick against Bristol City last weekend.
Yeah.
We scored 4. We scored 2 against Reading in the opening. We scored 3 away against Milton Keynes. We're scoring goals, which is something that we haven't really been able to do in the past. Hold on to a lead. But,
What's your hopes in the league this season, Stevie?
I think if we continue the way we're going, we can nick 6th spot. I don't see why not. Maybe 5th, maybe 4th. Automatic.
I think we'll just about stay up, to be honest. Yeah.
Right.
Consolidation, I think, is the main thing for you lot.
I can't have this.
You can have it.
I can't have this guy. Shocking, man. It's about stale.
So, league aside, what are we thinking? What do we think about the Carling Cup game? Because I think both teams are going to be. There's going to be no resting. Let's be fair. I think Sherwood's already said this game is bigger than the game that was on the weekend. So, what are you expecting, Matthew?
I think he'll go with his strongest possible team because it's against Birmingham City. If it was against someone else, then perhaps he'd rest a few.
Yeah.
But because of the importance of the second City derby, I think he'll play pretty much a full-strength squad. Because, of course, everyone who supports the Claret and Blue will want to win, obviously. It's probably the most important second City in recent years because of how badly Birmingham football's doing at the moment. It's sort of on its knees, isn't it?
That's a fact.
The trouble that Birmingham City's going through, and the amount of seasons previous to this current one that Birmingham City that Villa have been sort of in a relegation battle than only just scrape past. So I think it's a very, very important second city derby because there needs to be a good advert for Birmingham football.
You think,
Really?
Stevie? What are you expecting from this game?
I do agree with Matthew. I do think that West Midlands football has been on the down. Unfortunately, the last 5, 6 years, you could say. You got Wolves up and down trying to get up. You got West Brom extremely average. Villa just about staying up. Blues just about staying up in the Championship as well. So there is a lot riding on this game, but I do think Blues, for some strange reason, we've got a lot of pressure off us for this game. I don't know why. I would say the pressure's more on the Villa.
I think you've had a good start to the season, whereas Villa haven't really had a good start. So that's
If
a
we do
good
beat
point.
them on Tuesday, we will really twist the nail in the coffin and really tighten it to a mad extent. And there'll be little air for the Villa fans to breathe in. Little air. Or they will be under severe pressure to the highest extent if we beat them on Tuesday. But if we don't, I would say Blues fans, all right, it's going to piss us off. That's a fact.
Yeah,
We're not going to be
definitely.
happy because we don't want to lose. We want to win. But it's a strange derby. It came at a very strange time. It's come very early in the season.
Unexpected as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Unexpected.
I was at home watching the draw, and I was thinking, don't draw the Villa, don't draw the Villa. I don't want this game on because I don't want it. And what happens? Aston Villa will be hosting Birmingham City. I nearly had a heart attack. And here we go.
Matthew, were you looking forward to it? Were you looking forward to it? I don't know
I
if
think Matthew not looking forward to it as well.
I am actually looking forward to it because, well, it's a second city derby. It's always going to have a bit of a tasty atmosphere to it. But I think Villa are under far more pressure than Birmingham City are because you got to take it for what it is sometimes. If Villa beat Birmingham, that's a Premier League side beating a Championship side. It won't be that much of a shock. It'll just mean a bragging rights to a few thousand Villa fans.
That's true.
But if Birmingham City beat Aston Villa, then all of the problems that Birmingham City have had and that Aston Villa have had will all come into the mix, and are probably one of the biggest shocks of the round. So there's and with Villa's start to the season compared to Birmingham City's, which hasn't been that bad compared to recent seasons, then yeah, the pressure is off Birmingham City, and I can't see that playing too well for Villa on Tuesday night because it's all on them. It's all on them. They've got to win, haven't they? Really?
Yeah. I think what Stevie said about the pressure being a bit off the Blues is definitely right. Definitely.
We feel relaxed because on Facebook I've got a lot of these Blues fan groups going on, and you can see what all the fans are tweeting and saying. And
What's the general feeling?
The general feeling is excitement, but very low levels of pressure. It's strange, especially for a second city derby. I don't think I've ever felt so relaxed. I wouldn't say not bothered. I'd say we're just not too, how can you say it? We're not taking it as personal this time.
I think yeah, I hear what you're saying. As an Arsenal fan, like we've got Spurs in the week, and I think the pressure's huge because of our recent form. Whereas 2 weeks back, I wouldn't have said the game was that big, but
Yeah,
because of form, I think we're in a similar situation to Villa, really.
maybe, yeah. But then again, if you look at Spurs, they haven't done too brilliant. Sorry,
Maybe
they took 3 points today.
Matthew, last time we spoke, you were saying certainly mid-table for Aston Villa. After the start, has your mind changed, or are you still?
I still think we can, and I think that's the best that we can hope for this season with the amount of signings that we've made.
The best.
I think that's probably, 10th is probably the dizzy heights we might get to. That's probably me being far too optimistic, but I think 12th, 13th, 14th, safe by March will probably be what we want.
Stevie, last time we spoke to Stevie about what's in store for Villa, he said, and I quote, I think this is going to be Aston Villa's worst season so far. Do you still think that, Stevie?
Do I still stick to that statement? Well, I've got to be a man of my word. And at the current minute, I am winning this bet. Because it's been an absolute awful start, you know. Being 2-0 up against Leicester. I'm not a huge fan of Leicester, they actually do my idea. So if the Villa beat them, it wouldn't have bothered me too much. But being 2-0 up and then bang, 3-2 down in the last 25 minutes of the game, that's poor. You know, you've got to be doing better against West Brom. They're not exactly a super side. I think they're extremely average as well. You know, they should be making more chances.
Midland's finest, West
West
Brom.
Brom looked in control yesterday. They didn't look too shaken. So you can see, you know, they picked up the 1-0 against Bournemouth in the first week of the season as well with that Gestedo header. Once again, a goal not coming from open play. So you struggle to see where the goals are going to come from.
Stevie, well, you've mentioned that you, in hope that the Blues are gonna get sixth or just get into that playoff spot.
I'll be flying with 6. I'll be flying.
Matthew said that he thinks that Blues need to just focus on staying up. You think they're just about to stay up?
This is why I'm looking at this guy now and thinking, talk sense.
What
To me.
Lastly, I just want some predictions from you guys. Just put it out into the universe. What do you think the score will be, Matthew?
5-0 Villa.
5-0 Villa.
I can't have this.
I love that. Stevie, if you can't have it, give us a prediction. Go on.
5-0. What a joke. I'm going to go, if I'm totally honest, I'm going to say 2 score lines.
Oh, here we go.
2 score lines. I'm going to think it's either going to be Aston Villa 0, Birmingham City 1, or Aston Villa 1, Birmingham City 2.
Ooh, optimistic.
I'm going to be optimistic. I think we might win. I think we're going to score. We're going to shock everybody. We're going to close the bookies down.
I think.
Take the pundits' money.
See, I'm a neutral, and I'm a complete neutral. I have no preference. However, what do I think is going to be? What do I think is going to be? I think quality should prevail. And I'm not talking about the clubs. I'm talking about the players. I'm not talking about the clubs. I have no preference. But I think quality should prevail. Sherwood should have them right up for it. I don't know whether. Yeah, I think Villa are gonna sneak it. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're gonna blow them away, but I think Villa will sneak it. I don't think it's gonna.
5-goal margin will sneak it. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Get ganged up on it.
You deserve it.
Well, we will find out on Tuesday night. It was good to speak to you guys. It was good to speak to you
very
guys,
much.
always.
Blues, keep right on. Clayton Donaldson, score 2. That'll shut you up, Matthew.